Hello, I'm Rat Doodle, and I'm gonna be making a song for Haunter, the scarecrow, the super scary scarecrow. Okay, um, I'm not sure how this one's gonna go, but we're gonna give it our fucking best, man. I forgot to turn my speakers on. Let me have this better for you. This song's gonna be in 3/4. What is happening? Project. Here we go. Why is the metronome so fucking loud? It's like it's always too loud. It's so annoying. Doesn't matter what volume it's at. Even it's at like one volume right now. It's loud. It's like the devil frequency. Jesus Christ. All right. It's too quiet. But it's true. It's gonna be too loud now. Like no in between. Ugh. Got what I needed. Perfect. Oof. What? Oftentimes, like, sometimes a note sounds off, but then you realize it's because of the note that plays afterwards, especially if this is the only element going on. Used with it. Oops. Ugh. My phone has been charging for a million years, but it's only at 40%. See, look, Haunter is, I mentioned this in another video that is going to be out at a super different time than this one, but 7 is gone. Technically, I've been arbitrarily numbering these, and number 7 is missing. I found out today that Haunter is not number 7. Haunter is arbitrarily number 26. I don't know what happened to number 7. The real number 7 is lost media. Anyway. Every single acoustic plugin is so fucking quiet. What am I supposed to do? I have to do this. It's annoying. Ugh. What are you doing? Ugh. Fuck. Alright, gosh. Okay. We're just gonna make this one 30 seconds, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to allow myself to do less work recently. Just, it doesn't matter if it's 30 seconds or 45, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And I think I get really caught up sometimes, so. Sorry. Why are you still going? Oh. Haunted house. Oh, hell yeah. See, if they had a search bar, I could just search haunted. God. Again, not everybody has the resources, but like, figure it out. haven't made drums. I haven't made a song in 3/4 in so long. It's been so long. Holy crap. I should add the snare before anything. I remember being confused about where the snare goes. Maybe it just goes in the middle. No, what is happening? Why? 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 Why does this happen? Fuck. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. How was this like one of the fastest beats? Dude. Dude. I actually can't believe I have this. What the fuck? That's so funny. This is the snare I used to use, dude. It's so over the top. That snare is in Honey Sweet Thing. Look up Honey Sweet Thing by Less Than a Monster. I didn't realize I had that. That's cool. Lock in. There's too much over here. What am I even looking for? Fuck. Snare. Some kind of like tom, snare, drum, percussion thing. Probably one of these. I don't know, it might be good on its own, but this is another one of those things where time would really help with this aspect of it. Like with drops, it's hard to know what somebody's anticipating because you know the song and you're not really gonna be able to listen to the song while you're making it and be able to like, it's hard to be aware of how the drop will be anticipated when you're just listening to the song passively. That's why, like, listening back to your music, you hear so much more afterwards when it's on, like, your phone or a different device or just even on a file playing it. Something in your brain is different. It's consuming it passively in that moment. And because of that, you're experiencing more of a true, like, oh, what does this feel like to listen to? And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's really hard for me to tell if drops actually feel like they're hitting the right points until I go back and listen to it later. So the volume control and drops are something that definitely benefit from time and being able to like go back and edit things. Is that confusing? That's option 1. Option 2 is probably better. I think I like that better. But we make it more subtle and we make it ramp up a bit. Yeah, like that. Okay, but then we go volume. Kind of a polyrhythm, like, because this is hitting in the middle, so it's like almost a polyrhythm. Maybe it would like, maybe it would for real be a polyrhythm if I did this. Something is off. It's always worth it to make this stuff that is the drop super loud, because why wouldn't you? Actually. Definitely. That sounds good. Now I want to add a little roll here just to add a little high end to the drop. Is that enough? Is that better with the minimum? All this just to cut out the volume for a second. They really should add a feature that just does this. I don't know like how they would do that, but dude, it is way too common not to just have like one button doing it. I think that actually works because it muting kind of works, but maybe I move this up. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. So, what was the last thing I was gonna add? Bass. Just literally a sub bass to go in here, but finding a tone might be the most annoying thing ever, so I don't know. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but please be normal, bro. Oh, I gotta hit like 3 more buttons because it did a thing. Frick. Okay. We need too many menus, bro. Charlatan is the thing I use for the bass. I have a preset that I made, but it's basically just making it a low oscillator with a little bit of movement so you actually hear it. I don't even remember what I did because I made the preset literally probably like 8 years ago at this point, and I just keep reusing it, and I've never changed it. I just EQ it differently, but the actual like preset on the plugin, I just use the same thing every single time. The sub bass, because this sub bass sounds the best I've ever heard to me. It's just so straightforward. You can actually fucking hear it. There's no weird movement shit going on. Like, it actually fucking works. And you just layer it with whatever else you got going on, and you cut out the sub of everything else, and you just have this. It works super well. That works. I'm not gonna think too hard about this. Lock in. Sounds crazy right now, but cut out the sub, like I said. Cut out the top. It's creating that round like movement body to it. Okay, you have like the body to it now you, because this is like, that's the high part. It's so subtle on its own, but then with the low, I honestly don't think I need to change the volume of it. I thought it sounded good, but I would boost it around low bass area, kind of, and then have it be a super wide curve, just boosting the low a bit. It's a feeling. It's in here. It's not up here. It's in here. You're feeling it with your chest. You're saying, do I feel the fucking chords in the lower part of my body? That's what the sub bass is. Anyway, this is the thin part, right? So we're just gonna add another EQ after we've isolated like the body of it, and then just kind of, that's what we're doing. We're adding some air back into it so that you actually hear the bass a little bit. Because you feel the difference. It's like coherence, everything. It's like here, okay, this is like the high part of the bass. This is the air, and then like the fucking sub is like in here. It's like behind you almost. It's like the lower part of your back is the sub. But then the high parts are like airy. You should be able to hear the whole thing so that everything inside of this, here and everything in between nests perfectly in the fucking bass sound. And lower frequencies work way different than higher frequencies, because higher frequencies, you have infinite space to add as much as you want. You can basically like throw an EQ onto anything and everything on your mix and do this and be good. You're fine. It'll sound fine. This is a little drastic, obviously, but like that you can probably unironically add to everything in your mix and it will probably sound better, as well as like this. Like just cutting it, cut off the low end and boost like the air, like not even the parts that you hear, just the high end that you feel, the like the ASMR hand, when you rub your hands together, that frequency, like that is the air that you want to be in your mix. And if everything has it in there, it'll sound just so much cleaner. And it's about communicating the fucking notes that you're trying to tell them in a clearer way. Like, you know, some things you want to care about the tone, but like a lot of the times to make something just clearer and more like clean, I don't know, just always like add air to it. that's my 2 cents. And and also something really helpful that I started doing that kind of changed the way I mix a lot is anytime you move any EQ, make the curve huge. Just make it a really wide curve because you're gonna understand what it's doing. And that's way more important than doing anything like crazy like this. Like if you have something like this going on, like use your ears obviously, but I just think a lot of the time, like even with this, if you just widen the curve of every single one of these, that's probably better. That's probably a better effect than what you had before, just overall on anything in general. Anyway, okay, sorry. I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm hitting export because I think this is done low-key. I think that was really clean, smooth. I'm super happy with it. I didn't really want it to be a super complicated thing, but I actually really like the drop. I think it's cool. Okay, and before you criticize the sub bass, I know it's just okay, but you gotta keep in mind, I made that in like 20 seconds. Like, that took me like 5 minutes to put that bass together. So, I just think that there's something to be said for that. You know what I mean? Like, if I spent half an hour more on it, yeah, it would sound a lot better. But, like, to be able to just throw that together, that's pretty good, I think, in general. Some things I would do to it is probably just edit the volume, EQ it more, and probably sidechain the kick to it, because I think that would add a lot. Or not the kick, the snare. Sidechain the snare to it. The kick sounded fine. Anyway, I love you. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.